Monday. Welcome back to Vlogtober and to another Vlogtober vlog. My name is Brianna, the diva behind Diva and the Divine, and I'm so glad you're here today. Today is like officially the start of the last 90 days of the year. It is Monday, October 3rd, and I'm excited to be here. Today, I want to say I'm already overwhelmed, but I'm trying very, very hard to not be, if that makes any sense. I am one who tends to get incredibly overwhelmed when her to-do list is too long or she feels like she doesn't have enough time. And today I have both of those situations, but I'm also very much leaning into the gentle discipline that I have mentioned in my goals videos back at the beginning of the month. And so being gentle with myself, but still wanting to hustle and get things done. I have the opportunity to do a lot of things today, and I'm excited to do all of them because working ahead gets me in a place where I feel less overwhelmed overall, and that's very exciting to me. So what's on the to-do list today? What are the things that I want to accomplish in this vlog, which will probably be the next 2 days, Monday and Tuesday? Well, I'm about to go to the grocery store and get groceries for the week, going over to Target. Tonight, I am cooking chicken for dinner. I also am going to be attempting a never before tried recipe for me that I saw on TikTok, and I'm going to turn a spice cake mix into pumpkin cookies with cream cheese icing for Bible study tomorrow night. So I'm baking today. I also want to experiment with some pumpkin overnight oats recipes, and I don't know what that's going to look like yet either, so we're experimenting big time in the kitchen today. I want to clean the bathrooms. I want to tidy the bedroom. I want to make sure the kitchen gets cleaned after I make a mess out of it, and I want to make sure the main floor is done. I have to edit vlog number 1 because that goes live tomorrow. So I have to spend some time in the office. I already signed on a new client for one-on-one coaching this morning, which is amazing. It's amazing to get reached out to early in the morning to be like, hey, I need to sign up with you like right now. And what's really, really cool and intriguing about this new client is that the goals that she has have nothing to do with weight loss. She approached me and wants me for accountability and habits and all sorts of goal-related things that currently don't have anything to do with weight loss, which is why I consider myself to be a wellness coach and not just a nutrition coach, because I do these things too. And I'm really, really excited to have yet another client who has me focusing on non-weight loss things as well. So that's really, really exciting, but it kind of derailed my morning because I was scheduling appointments, sending over links, talking to her, doing all of those things, but it's fine. I'm happy to do it. I did some journaling in my new journal this morning. I also want to create my ideal week schedule, which is on my Power Sheets October goals tending list. And I also want to create my master cleaning, purging, organizing home project list. That's a lot of things. And I'm sure there's actually like 5 or 6 more things that I can't think of off the top of my head. Oh, today I still want to work out. Have not worked out yet. 9:35, just finished having breakfast after a morning up in my office, and I need to read. I need to work out. I've decided that my current workout plan, I have been neglecting weightlifting. I haven't lifted weights in probably at least 3 weeks, maybe 4. It's been a hot second. So I'm starting again today, but I found as I was cleaning out my office, this hybrid schedule. For those of you who don't know, I use the Beachbody workout programs. I'm not a coach by them. I'm not anything by them. I don't even use their products. I love their workouts though. So I do pay for Beachbody on demand. And Joel Freeman is my favorite trainer on there. Amalia Caesar is becoming one of my favorite trainers as well, but Joel is Lift 4 and now Lift More. And just this morning, my husband's like, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get your weight bench to do Lift More until after our basement is done. I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured that, so I'm starting this instead. But I happened to find, Joel puts out hybrid calendars of his programs and sometimes other people's programs combined with his programs. And I happened to find one that I printed out ages ago that I never started, which was a combination of Lift 4 and 10 rounds, which are 2 of his programs. And I was like, you know what? This feels right. It feels like a sign. I found this randomly, not checked out, never started it, checked meaning, you know, checking the boxes. And I was like, this this feels good. This feels right. So I plan on starting that 10 rounds hybrid calendar today as well, which starts me with shoulder day, which you guys know, if you've been here for a while, I love shoulder day. It's my favorite day. So starting that on a Monday, not a bad way to start. I also want to achieve 100,000 steps this week, which means I need to average over 14,000 steps a day. The list is long. The list is daunting. And with the way that my energy has been very cyclical and very non-routine, what is the word I'm looking for? Unpredictable. It's unpredictable. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to accomplish before I crash and burn. But my goal is to function in such a way where sustainable energy and energy balance happens. And yeah, so that's the to-do list for this vlog. Let's see how much of it I can get done. First thing we're gonna do, because my husband needs lunch meat for lunch at noon, I have to go to Target. Let's go. All right, let's take a look at today's Target haul. We are gonna start off with this. I decided to get the Swiffer Wet and Dry mop thingy because for the longest time I've been unable to mop this floor because if you let water get in the cracks, it's the stupidest thing in the world. If you get water in the cracks, it'll inflate and bubble, and it's just terrible quality, low quality floor that was put into this house before we moved in. So I haven't gotten a chance to like mop it because if you get water in it, it messes up the floor. So I've decided that I'm going to try this Wet and Dry mop thing and see if I can't at least run it over the floor and get something off of it, because this floor needs to be cleaned so desperately in a way that vacuuming just does not do. So we're gonna give that a try a little bit later. So we got that. I'm trying the new Target brand of dog treats, the chicken jerky. Gracie really loves chewy dog treats, and we're all out. We just have hard, crunchy treats now. So as a special treat to her, I wanted to get some chewy treats. So we'll give these a try and see how she likes them. Got some unbleached all-purpose flour. Last time I was at Target and needing stuff for baking, they literally had no giant bags of flour. And by giant, I mean regular 5-pound bags of flour. And so I had to get like this little on-brand one just to make sure I had enough for what I needed to do. And since I have a lot of baking and stuff in my future, I wanted to stock up when they had it in stock. We got 1 bag of the Brock's Mallow Cream pumpkins. These are my husband's fall treat of choice. They're actually kind of tasty. I can't explain it. I don't know why, but when you eat them, you go, I want another one. And I don't know why. Like, they're kind of like candy corn, but they're better than candy corn. I don't know. What are your opinion on these pumpkins? Have you tried them? Do you eat them? Are they better or not as good as candy corn? Let me know your thoughts. We got 2 giant cans of pumpkin because there are a lot of pumpkin recipes happening in my future, including smoothies, overnight oats, and using it in baked goods. So it is not a bad idea to have pumpkin on hand. Peanut butter was back in stock at Target for the first time in forever. So I got my husband a nice big container of peanut butter. I do go for the natural peanut butters. The No Stir has added sugar in it, but what it doesn't have is hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils. So I opt for that because of the like good, better, best choice. This is definitely better than the first choice. So there's that. We got some baby carrots. We got some of my husband's favorite ice cream. It was the only container of it, so I snatched it up. We've got 3 dozen eggs, some bread for my husband's breakfast. We got lunch meat for sandwiches. We have reduced fat sharp cheddar cheeses. The only reason I bought reduced fat is because there was literally no Good and Gather regular fat sharp cheddar cheese slices. So the pickings were very slim, so I grabbed what made the most sense. I got some organic salted butter because regular salted butter was also out of stock. And then we have some cream cheese because for the pumpkin cookies I want to make later today, I want to make a cream cheese frosting. So I got a little container of cream cheese. We got some blueberries in this bag. These bags are really cool. They are cotton reusable produce bags. So you can stop bringing home the plastic that you just throw away as soon as you get home anyway. So in here I have some zucchinis, which are actually going to be cut up, and some are going to be left regular temperature, some are going to be frozen, but we're going to use them in smoothies instead of strictly cauliflower rice or other greens. We're going to try these out. I have found that frozen zucchini actually works really, really well in the Fab Four smoothie. I got some frozen cauliflower and I got some bananas. So there we go. There's our haul for the week. Okay, 11:48, home from the grocery store. You guys saw all the things I got. I just sat down and had a snack of healthy eating on the go bar. They're my favorite bars of all time. As you guys know by now, healthy balance of fat and carbs and fiber and protein. Just absolutely the best bar on the market. And yeah, my all-time favorite. And so I was actually feeling kind of nauseous because I took, you know, my thyroid hero CBD stuff and like all of my morning pills. And I don't know, I am admittedly, I've been a little bit overzealous with some of the food lately. I have not been tracking. Today is day one of like back on tracking in my calorie deficit, things like that. I haven't committed, but now that it's last 90 days, I am fully committed and I want to see just how much progress I can make between now and December 31st. I'm very excited about this. So back on track, and I wasn't ready to sit down for lunch because it's 11, what did I say it was? Oh, it's almost noon, and I'm like, I got one thing checked off of my to-do list today. So we have a lot to go. So I'm trying to be efficient, and I was like, well, before I get too tired, I want to get downstairs and get my lifting workout in and get on the elliptical and log a mile or two in my virtual race. So, because one of my goals is to finish my Yes Fit Wizard of Oz virtual race, which is 35 miles. So I want to get going and do a little bit of progress on that every single day. So because I didn't want to eat lunch yet, I ate a snack. I'll eat lunch a little bit later. I got to drink a gallon of water today. I'm behind on that too. I just feel a little bit behind. So now for the next hour or so, I'm going to focus solely on health related things, workout, water, etc. And then we will get going in the kitchen and with the cleaning. All right, workout is done. Did lift 4, did elliptical workout, and now I'm in casual clothes, comfy, because today is continuing to be housewife day. But I wanted to share two things. First, what I made myself for lunch. I made a Fab Four smoothie, but unlike any Fab Four smoothie that I have made before, it is a pumpkin spice Fab Four smoothie. And the base of it, so I use Fairlife milk instead of almond milk now because it gives you, for 80 calories, an extra 13 grams of protein. And when you're trying to reach a heavy protein goal, there's no reason not to, right? Unless you're dairy sensitive, there's no reason not to. And we'll see. No, because all the other powders that I've been using have been dairy based too, so it doesn't matter. I was gonna say we'll see how my body reacts with the new protein powder I'm trying, but I use whey anyway, so. This is by Legion Protein. If you follow Jordan Syatt, this is the brand of protein powder he endorses. And I decided to give this a try because cinnamon cereal was on sale and I needed a protein powder that would mesh well with pumpkin spice flavors. I only have in my possession peppermint mocha, chocolate cupcake, and cookies and cream. All fantastic flavors. None of them belong in a pumpkin spice recipe. So I figured cinnamon cereal is actually, so it's supposed to be like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, is a great way to do it. So I put in a scoop of that, a cup of milk. I did use as my fiber, or as my greens, rather, my vegetable, put in a half a cup of canned pumpkin, which is only 40 calories and 3 grams of fiber. Like, that's awesome. And then as my fiber source itself, I'm using these Zen basil seeds. These are like chia seeds on steroids. They're fantastic. I really, really like them. You can buy them on Amazon. I'll link them down below. For 130 calories, you get 6 grams of fat, 15 carbohydrates, all of which are fiber. It's 15 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein. So I actually only used 1 tablespoon of the 2 tablespoon serving. So I got half the value of that in my smoothie. And then I realized I had nothing frozen in it, so I threw some ice cubes in it before I blended it up. And I put in, what else did I put in? Cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. It's not there yet. There's something missing, and I don't know if it's something that I, like, if I can change anything to make it more delicious. It's fine. It's not my favorite Fab Four smoothie that I've ever had though. So there's that. Now I am embarking on cake mix cookies. What does that mean? Apparently a lot of people, including Crumble, I don't know, have you guys heard this? I don't know. Use cake mix in the base of their cookies. So I found this on TikTok, and I'm going to use that recipe, and I'm going to use this spice cake mix, and I'm going to make, shocker of all shockers, pumpkin spice cookies. So I'm going to make the recipe as TikTok tells me to do it. I'm going to throw in a little extra canned pumpkin, so there's actually pumpkin in my pumpkin cookies. And then I am going to make cream cheese frosting from the website Broma Bakery. I've been following her for a little bit now, and I've been really loving her content. So I'm going to use her cream cheese recipe, or cream cheese frosting recipe, and we're going to see what happens. So let's bake. Large cookie scoop. Here's the medium cookie scoop that I had. I wanted to see how large my extra large actually was, but also, can we talk about this? Homemade cream cheese frosting. Y'all, I'm so excited. So now I'm going to frost one of these babies and give it a try. All right, so I used the recipe, like I said, from Broma Bakery for cream cheese frosting. It came together so well. I have not tried one of these yet, so I have no idea how this is going to taste. Oh my goodness. If the batter was any indication, they're gonna be pretty bomb. They're super soft. All right. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. You guys. Who needs crumble? Oh. Oh yeah. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. So soft. Y'all, this is where it's at. So rewind and screenshot that clip of this. Screenshot my screenshot of the recipe. Cook them at 350 for 9 to 11 minutes. I did 10 minutes. You're welcome. All right, 7:45. I'm calling it for the night. I am exhausted. I am 1,000 steps away from my 14,285, which, if you take 100,000 and divide it by 7, that's how many steps I need in a day to average or to get to 100,000 steps in a week. I'll be completely honest with you. I set the goal. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to make it, but by golly, I'm going to try. So I managed to make the pumpkin cookies, which, as you saw, oh my gosh, so good. Even husband approved. I am going to be trying all the cake mixes with this now because I'm just so stinking intrigued as to how chocolate tastes. My next step is going to be red velvet because I have so much cream cheese frosting left over that I need to make something else that requires cream cheese frosting. So up and coming is going to be either another round of pumpkin, or it might be another round of pumpkin, or red velvet. We will see. But I did that, did the groceries, I cooked chicken for dinner. It was delicious. We had leftover vegetables and quinoa as our side dishes. So good, so healthy and lean, very, very satisfying. Had another cookie for dessert, and then I was done for the day. I've still got some water to drink. What else did I do? I edited my video. I went upstairs and I actually got the video edited and uploaded and created a thumbnail. Now I have to go upstairs and just get everything set up to publish tomorrow, and we are golden. So while I didn't get the 5 billion things done on my to-do list, I did get a lot done today. So stay tuned. I'll see you tomorrow for what else can I get done. Have a good night. Good morning, good almost afternoon, and happy Tuesday. This is the face and the hair of somebody who has been cleaning literally all morning. It is mind-boggling to me on a regular basis how a couple who's relatively neat and have no children can still result in me having so much homemaking work that I could be doing on a daily basis. I cleaned like a madwoman this morning. I dusted everything in the lower level. I tidied things up. We made a couple of organizational changes, and I can't tell you how happy they made me. I actually went to Target and got a container, a drawer system thing that I wanted to use for a storage option for the random stuff that my husband and I have lying around on our main level. We don't have a whole lot of like random, I don't want to even say random. You know how a lot of kitchens, especially in bigger homes, come with a little desk area, and you're like, why the heck does the kitchen have a little desk area? Well, I'll tell you why. It's for the random junk drawer type things: pens, paper clips, post-it notes, Scotch tape, or you know, some stuff that like my husband keeps in a little container that he needs to apply to his foot in the morning, headphones, random things that we normally have laying around that are resulting in unnecessary clutter. And I have finally had it with the unnecessary clutter. My office is upstairs. His office is upstairs. There's no practical place to put things like the random stuff that we need downstairs, but have no space for it. So I made a change and got a space for it. And actually, what I ended up purchasing, it was a $24 4-drawer compartment at Target in a gray color. And it turns out we already had one in a dark brown color in our bedroom. My husband was using it as his nightstand. And so after I brought it home, at first he's like, no, I don't know that's what I want. And the more we talked through it, we figured out a place for it, that because I was trying to put it in a place over by the underside of our island, and he's like, I don't really want it there. So we compromised, we figured out a place. We also figured out the one in the bedroom makes more sense out in the living room. So I ended up swapping the contents of the drawer and doing all that organizational stuff. The area that I was trying to clean up, which is the top of our little makeshift pantry and our little ledge, looks so much better. So much better. And so I'm very, very pleased. And that, of course, got me going on all the other cleaning stuff. I vacuumed, I dusted, all the clutter is gone. It's amazing. But it's also 11:25 and I haven't gotten upstairs to do any of like my master cleaning list and you know, all of those things. And we have Bible study tonight, which means the evening is pretty much shot in the best way possible. Bible study, small group. We are currently studying the Bible, but it is a small group of married couples, coincidentally all child-free couples. It wasn't advertised as a child-free couple thing, I don't think. It was kids or no kids, but it all ended up being younger child-free couples. So that's great for us. And so we have that tonight, which is what I baked the cookies for yesterday. And I've just been cleaning. Haven't worked out yet. So, and I am at 4,687 steps, which normally I would be so thrilled about, but I have world's loftiest step goal. Remember, I did make it yesterday. I made it to 14,300 and something steps yesterday. And believe it or not, I'm still standing. I'm still standing and actually feeling pretty good about it. Will I make it to that same number today? I honestly don't know. I think I have gone from an I absolutely non-negotiable have to reach this 100,000 steps a week goal to let me see if I can do it without killing myself. So we're gonna see what that ends up looking like. But now I'm going to make myself a 3rd cup of coffee and have a snack of a healthy eating on the go bar, I think. I think that's what I'm gonna have. And then I'm gonna go downstairs and do my workout. All right, y'all, I did it. I can check this off of my weekly list, which is going to be very hard to do with one hand. Ideal week calendar done. Even though it's Tuesday, I somehow, when I went to go update this, I feel so behind. I've done 2, well now 3 of the things, and I'm like, oh crap, that's still a lot to do. Anyway, let's take a look at what I came up with for my ideal week schedule. I don't have any words written in here, but I know what they all mean. I have them color-coded-ish. So my yellow here is my proposed wake-up time window. So as you can see, it's somewhere between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. most days. And on Saturdays, I bump it from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. to give myself that extra hour of sleep that we so covet on the weekends without going too far, you know? So always set an alarm for 8 o'clock. And then here on Sunday, there's a broader window and Sunday's a little bit interesting because there are many different ways that Sunday mornings can play out for me. If I'm not singing at church, I want to be up by 7 or 7:30. So actually it could have probably gone over here, but I decided why mess with it when I could just keep it the same. So wake up between the hours of 6 and 7. But on days that I have to sing at church, I have to be up at 5:30. And for October, there are more days that I'm singing than I'm not. So I wanted to make sure I included that as a relevant part of the ideal schedule, right? So then here, this faded pale navy blue is my morning routine time. This is when I'm journaling, having my coffee, puttering around with the dog, doing my morning things. And then, if you notice, my pink, I always make working out pink. I don't know why, but I have another space here. I have been eating breakfast before I work out. So what usually happens is I get up and I will take a swig of a protein shake or something so I have something in my system for when I have my coffee. And during the blue time tends to be when I will consume my coffee. And then I will be like, okay, it's time to do things now, and realize that I need to eat breakfast. So here is breakfast, the green slashes. Throughout this calendar, the slashes mean not necessarily busy, not necessarily an assigned time, but here's the option, right? So we have the green for meal times, and so that is my breakfast window. It could be shorter than this. It could bleed into morning routine time. It's a little bit flexible there. So if I ended up wanting to start my workout earlier than 9 o'clock, I could, but I have it slated for 9 to 10:30. Why 90 minutes? Because I'm trying to get a pretty lofty step goal, and the step goal will not be even close to achieved if I do not hop on the elliptical every day. And I have weight training workouts that I want to do as well, so I have to have enough time for both of those things. Then the little blue line here is shower, get myself cleaned up and ready and put together for 11 o'clock, hanging out in whatever work mode means for that day. I didn't want to specify this day is Diva and the Divine, this day is this day is this, because I'm finding that as soon as I do that, I end up wanting to switch things around. And I veered away from Housewife Mondays for quite some time, and then all of a sudden I want Housewife Mondays back. And so I don't know exactly what I want the assignment of the days to be, but what I do know is I want whatever work mode is, be it housewifing or Diva and the Divine stuff. This 2-hour block is the first one. Then this is my lunch break. Again, optional as to what time it actually is and how long it actually is, but it has the whole allotted hour. And then back to work for another 2 hours. And then if you can see here, we have the slashes with the same color purple, meaning if you want to stop work, if you have something else you have to go do, fine, go do it. Or you can hang out and continue to do what it is you're doing. And within all of this, right? It's very possible that on a Monday, this first stint is cleaning and the second stint here is work upstairs, or in some combination of the things. It's just whatever it is I need to do. This is to-do list time. Purple is to-do list time, right? Then we have a little bit of white space, and I figured I wouldn't actually mess with filling in every single block with something. And instead I was just we'll leave it blank. It's fine. So this is solid green because on Mondays I cook dinner. So this is for sure food time, cooking and preparing food for the rest of the week. Because if you notice, I don't actually have a completely available regular meal time to cook the rest of the week. So on Mondays, my Mondays are pretty free. So this is get ready for bedtime, this pale blue, where I'm doing my nighttime routine, but doing it early. So by 9 o'clock, I am ready for bed. So my husband and I can take in an hour of TV or whatever it is we want to do before we go to bed, ideally at 10 o'clock. Typically, it's more like 10:30, but ideally 10 o'clock. Here on Tuesdays, I have 6 o'clock until 8:30 blocked out. We either have Bible study on Tuesdays or I have coaching calls on Tuesdays. And then on Wednesday, this purple bit is live stream, of course. And then over here, Thursdays actually are typically the same thing. I may or may not have a coaching call here. If Bible study happens, then there's a 6 o'clock coaching call. And then the rest of the month, there is a Patreon related to something on some of the weeks. So I just kind of blocked all those off and I was like, oh, look, no consistent time for eating dinner, but that really depends on the week. So I just wanted to be like, oh, this is the, potentially you have things blocked off at night, Then I used silver. I don't know if you can tell that it's like sparkly, but I use like legitimate silver to indicate just unassigned like quality time, free time, date night time with my husband or free time. So we have it starting at 6 o'clock on Fridays, which again doesn't always happen, but it does for me. Whether or not my husband is ready to chill for the rest of the night, I'm typically ready by that time. Saturday, I had left completely unplanned except for here's time that we usually spend together. If we are active, doing something, cleaning, projects, or just hanging out by ourselves, that usually happens during this block, and then here is when we intentionally spend time together. And then Sundays, like I said, can get a little bit wonky. So I have multiple situations outlined here. This is from 9 o'clock till 10:30. We are always at church at the 9 o'clock service, whether I am on or not. Here is, like I said earlier, our wake up time can vary based on when we need to be at church. This can be morning routine time. Or if I'm on at church, you see the red outline, I'm already at church. So that's church time. And then this also is the same. This could be me being at church or not. And then the rest of Sunday is just whatever the heck we want it to be. So that was a long-winded explanation, but there I officially did my ideal week calendar, at least for October.